If you were a rippin' go-go funk band in Washington, D.C. in the 70s, your options were pretty limited. You were separate from the music business, and even if you were the band for events and house parties in the city, there wasn't much hope you'd be able to release your music as you saw fit. Best case scenario is you'd get picked up by a major and made to compromise, at least until Blackfire came along and put out records by Experience Unlimited. Blackfire was a black-owned label, when that was even more of a rarity than today, headed by DC native Jimmy Gray, who started it in the 70s at first to help distribute albums from the Strata East Collective. His biggest success in those days was being a distributor of Gil Scott-Heron's Winter in America, an album that featured the hit, well, for a poet anyway, The Bottle. When Oneness of Juju, one of Strata East's artists, jumped to Blackfire, essentially cutting out the middle record label, Blackfire helped invent the modern indie label deal of a net 50 profit split, where the label covered all costs associated with the production, release, and marketing of the record, and recouped its expenses before splitting the resulting net proceeds 50-50. That model would spiral out into punk and hardcore and early rap labels. The main thing Blackfire could give its artists was total artistic freedom. That freedom attracted DC's most exciting band, the 7-piece Experience Unlimited, a group famous around the city for playing events for every important black charity group for close to 5 years before Blackfire came around. Gray got the group into the studio and they came out with their debut LP, Free Yourself, which mixed in bits and pieces from funk, soul, Afro-Latin, and jazz influences. A mix between funkadelic, DC go-go music, and the Black Panthers, they were, along with the Oneness of Juju, the stars of the short run of Blackfire. Free Yourself would become an album sought after by record collectors. Original copies sell for as much as $400. The group would eventually jump to a major label, but their debut would remain their wildest statement, a Black Power powerhouse that covers more ground in a single album than some bands' entire catalog.